We hustle, but the night we OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep well by my sweet boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep well by my.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So today it's kind of a surprise. I haven't announced this before, and that we were doing a physique change or a physique update on my cameraman. And this is the guy behind the camera usually, and you have seen him a lot at the gym in the background when I set up my tripod and film myself, because he has been really pushing this prep for me. He pushed very hard last time too, because he saw me suffering and me being on a diet and everything that I put into it, and saw my body change and kind of wanted to be with me on that journey. Yeah. So last time he was a little bit unexperienced with that kind of suffering. So after the diet, it kind of went a little bit sideways.
Yeah, it did really bad, because it was really hard, dieting for 3 months inside of you, training like as hard as you did, and those insane amount of time and weights and pressing your body to the limit every time, and you get the hungers, you want to eat more, but you gotta constrict yourself and tame yourself not to do it, because you don't want to blow the diet. And I saw the results every week, every month beside of you, and you corrected me a little bit and helped me a little bit out. So I learned from you and saw what you did, and like monkey see, monkey do, and that worked, worked well. But when he was done with his show in Oslo, I considered myself, done with my diet, and I want to live my life eating
Pig out
pizza.
a little bit.
Yeah, and the cravings came,
and the eating challenge from my
I
behind the
was
camera.
I was so glad when I was feeding him. He was eating this delicious stuffed pizzas, sausages, and ice creams, and I wanted to dive into it as well. So when I got home, I
stuffed your face.
Yeah, a lot of food, but that did a little bit over the edge, because starting with one plate of chocolate in a week, it ended up in one plate every day, and chips or bag, and too much, so I gained a lot of bad.
And the problem,
bad
we talked about before, is when you supplement with chocolate, you end up skipping a meal or two, and then you end up with 2 or 3 good meals throughout the day, and the rest is shit. And
that happened to me.
Yeah, and everybody understands, and everybody knows that been through it, that you can only fool yourself for that long. And like I said before, just one day you wake up and you go oh my god, I'm fat. It happens instant, and then it's over, and it takes a long time to bring it back.
That happened real fast to me as well.
It
you say you wake up one morning and you see yourself in the mirror, and what happened to my body? Where did my gains go? Where did those blood handles come from? And
after Christmas, when I tore my pec and had the surgery, they still were training. There were 3 guys going to the gym. I trained every other day, I think. I didn't train really. I went to the gym and moved some weight with my legs. You saw it all. So those guys were training, and he decided in early January that he wanted to, start working on his physique, work towards a goal that he could be proud of. And with me being on the sideline, I wanted him to do it himself. So obviously he understands all the things that you need to grow, need to eat, what you need to do, and how you train, because he trained before, and now he got a little bit different approach training, with me training as heavy as I did. Then for the next couple of months, I was occupied with my shit. He trained as hard as he could. We still trained together, of course, but when it, got into that crunch time for me, he decided to step it up and for the last 5 weeks you've been really suffering.
Yeah, I mean, strict diet, weighing my food, counting my calories. Before it was like, approximately, stay on the healthy side, no chocolate, no snacks, nothing, for like almost over 3 months now. So it's been hard, but the last 4 to 5, 6 weeks have been tough, because you.
Cardio has been up.
Yeah.
So you train every day. He trains with me every day, and he hasn't, skipped a day. Very, very impressive when it comes to that, because I consider myself, somewhat of a maniac when it comes to training, because I train 7 days a week, do my cardio 7 days a week, do everything 7 days a week, and he kept up. So that was really impressive. And when it got to that time where we were like understood that we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it right, 10 days ago we had Easter. He celebrated Easter and celebrated a birthday and had a little bit cheat. Yeah. So he ended up being 92 kilos.
92 kilos.
Yeah, that Monday on last Easter day, the second day of Easter. And then I kind of stepped in.
Actually, I got sick as well because I couldn't stop, because the cravings came. I couldn't stop eating chocolate and cakes and everything and the fatty food, and so I was like really bloated and
10 pounds in like 3 days, so it was crazy.
Actually 2, so
yeah. So I stepped in and told him what to do for the next 10 days, and then I said, this is your diet, and for the last 3 days this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you do as I say, and we formulate a plan. They're gonna bring you in looking like you done the work, cause he has. So that is the cool part of it. And for today, we're gonna do the entire day filming him. We filmed this morning without food. Now we eat one time. We're gonna film again. Work on his posing. You get to see a lot of it. And by the end, we're gonna compare those pictures we took in early January, and we're gonna compare it to the best of today. And today we're gonna eat up, we're gonna train, we're gonna pull water, we have pull water, we're gonna hydrate again and make sure that he can look as best as possible. We have even going to fill him that much up that he's gonna spill over, so it kind of looks,
biggest I can look.
Yeah, veiny and full.
It's gonna be a great day, because
for him it's gonna be a great day, but still 2 days out.
Because this is like a once upon a time opportunity to have a coach it is. You get to the certain level and you're not sure what to do with that level, but you have your tricks in your sleeves and the knowledge as well. And now we're taking everything by step by the day, and I'm really excited to see. But because the small changes do a real big difference in your physique, so this is gonna be.
The last couple of days, we've really seen that small changes does mean a lot, but you need to do the work before you implement those small changes. So we're gonna see today. Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna keep eating, keep posing, and you'll see how we work getting him ready, because he hasn't posted a lot, so I'm kind of harsh on him when it comes to posting.
I'm bad.
So we'll take a look in about 15 minutes. So we're going through poses, and we're taking the time to make everything as good as possible, so we get the perfect footage to compare. It's almost like a commercial for something that doesn't work, because you can manipulate things into seeming like we've done something great. But all in all, it's just an overview, small details, the way that we pose, the way that we fill him up and pull down and go out through the day to make him look as good as possible. And we're gonna pose a couple of more rounds so I can see more than just through the camera. En gang till, bak ett stycke. Backa an stycke. Front legs, ny luft. Oh. Där ja. Front up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 Sånn, ja. Good. That's okay. Der, ja. Knekk ned. Der, ja. Good. So that's it. We're gonna run through this. We did like 4 or 5 times this morning. Put one meal in him, and we're gonna put another one before we go to the gym. At least one more meal, and a couple of muffins before we go to the gym. So this is gonna be cool. Ja, framrumpa. Där, perfekt. Upp i huset. Dålig biceps. Upp magen. Knäck knä. Ut, perfekt. Framrumpa. Ut med knä. Sånn, ja. Upp. Enten ned, og så ut, ja. Opp magen. Stå på beina. Knekk i knä. Rolig. Blås ut. I det over. Ja! Oppe. Knekk knä. Samle beina først. Grab. Muskler. Ut. Ja. Okay. So we're done training for his part, and you know, now, like I said, we almost wanted to try to spill him over, but I don't want to give him too much fluids, because he got a pump at the gym. It means that it's hydrated, that the sodium balance is correct. So what I'm giving is one Snickers and one protein cookie.
40 grams protein.
This is something I don't recommend, because you should eat the food that you're used to, but for now we got really the footage that we wanted. He looked great from the morning until now, so now we just want to fill him over, make those vein pop, fill him a little bit up with sodium, and see if we needed a little bit more water, then pump it up by night and just get the final.
Just see how big I can get before and you know, this is
before
not
he shits his pants.
This is not the proper way, but it's a squeezed way for me.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And you know, you can do this fast way or slow way. And you know, small meals, probably 2 or 3 meals now before we take a look at him again. And like I said, prevent him from overeating, so he can't suck in his stomach, and prevent him, you know, from shitting his pants too. Because
That's too late.
I kind of want some of that food, but I got 500 grams of rice waiting for me at home, so it won't be a problem. See you at home, guys. Okay, so this day, this prep, this time came to an end.
For me, officially today.
Yeah, and we still got a little bit of traveling left and a little bit competing left for me. And then it's over, and you know, after that we don't really know what's gonna happen, because he has his plans going forward and might move out of the country, and I might start working again. So probably start working again. Because this YouTube shit ain't taking off.
This ain't paying the bills, baby.
But you know, it was by his, you know, push that we started this, because I kind of wanted to, because I felt that at that moment I were good enough to film a little bit from my training. And the more I filmed, the more he pushed. And I think, it was an experience for him as well as me. And
Definitely, definitely. It went both ways. As you said, when I saw you pushing you pushed me, I pushed you, and I like, encourage you to step it up one notch more and do more and push you to the limit and reach out and share your knowledge, and you share it on the videos, and I learned, and I hope you also learned some things here, because as you can see on my body, my transformation, yeah, I have trained before as well, but there are the small details you don't learn by 1 year or 2 years. It takes long time and experience and lots of talking and knowledge exchange with other what should I say, bodybuilders or athletes. That Axel, or as I call him, Brick, because he's built like a fucking tank, He has the knowledge, and I hope you enjoyed the video and this journey. It was incredible.
yeah, and it's like he said, it is the consistency that makes the bodybuilder. But when it comes to crunch time, and if you really want that last part of prep or last part of your physique to really step it up a little bit, you need a little bit of experience. And I have a little bit of experience coming to that part. So for the last 2 weeks, we kind of landed the plane for him. And throughout the day today, we kind of had fun trying a different.
It was
things.
actually fun, because I reached a certain point in my physique that I was very happy with, and the body fat percentage was so low, and I gained some muscle. I changed my approach to training, and but with his knowledge and his tweaks to the diets and the calories and the sugars and the sleep and the fat and everything we did today was just, what should I say, the crazy professor in the gym, with the muffins before and after and overspilling and the veins popping. You will see that later in this video. It was just fun, This was like a cool experience. Yeah, really.
Experiment
really.
And experience.
Yeah. We became, for me, it was at this point, it wasn't more like hard work. I've seen like the results of my over 100 days hard work, and today it was the first day, shit, let's eat this and let's blow up.
And it's probably the first time that I actually seen you, proud of what you see on camera when we started posing, because we haven't practiced posing, and that's
Not
just
at
the
all.
last week.
Not at
And
all.
you can see me in the pictures, like always taking notes and pointing and trying to make him look the best. And of course, if we pushed for another season and things like that, we would make great progress just by posing, because then we would start posing for 10 weeks, not for 10 days.
hours.
Yeah.
10 hours. Like.
Yeah, today it was like
Today was the first time I was like actually posing
Yeah.
in real, but it's like
it's not flow to the to the sequence of posings, but and it's difficult, and I don't think anybody understands how difficult it is when you have somebody nagging about every detail. Push a knee forward, push your butt out, push this, push that, up with your chest, in with this. And even though I say it and I want you to do it, it's very, very, very difficult. And I've been at that position when I'm, first times I was at Harald's, I remember he said the same things, do this, do that, and I couldn't even understand what he meant. And you kind of stand there like a question mark and goes like, what do you mean, put your leg forward?
Yeah, but when you're like flexing as hard as you can, and the veins are popping. You can see it in my head. The veins are popping, and my face is like about to blow, because you're trying to stay hard, but at the same time you need to turn around like a ballerina, like you do, and he's pointing out, do this, the legs here, chest up, chest this. The only thing you can focus is about like holding the hardness, and turning around. It's
Pulsing without effort is very hard.
To not see the effort in your face.
That is looking like you're on the toilet.
That is also what should I say, an art of the sport.
Yeah, it is.
As you can see, I suck at it. You need a lot of practice for it. So, but you see my weak sides and my good sides, you know. But if I, as Axel said, if I did have some time with the posing, it would be much more better, much more flow, and I would be better to hide my weaks. But you know, this is the sweet. I don't hide anything. You know, it is what it is. I'm
And-
proud of what I achieved. So
And like I say, it's like the excuses that he can make for himself. You know, you can see his knee is all the way broken. It doesn't work the way it should. But from day one, I didn't give a fuck. And you know, you can make the excuse. I don't care. But you still need to squat. And you know, he squatted, and he got strong in squats. And you know, he kept pushing. He kept trying, and his legs started as you know.
two fucking toothpicks.
Yeah, toothpicks, and we're up to like ice sticks or something like that. They're a lot better, but they're way to go. We tried different things, and we
Different
experienced.
approaches, different methods in the training area. But I'm also you got to remember I'm almost 6'2" tall. I'm 188 centimeters tall, so I'm a big guy, you know. So I have like
A lot of frame
a lot
to
of
fill.
frame
Yeah.
to fill. But as you said, I have
Excuses.
some excuses. Yeah, I have some
but it
damages.
ain't valid because it's with me.
I have some damages to my body, you know. So
Yeah, and that is like we talked about before. It's like it is what it is, and the past is the past, and the present is what we create today. So what you create today, what you do, the work today, you may reap the benefits tomorrow.
that's true. That's true.
That is some of the philosophies that you have need to have probably if you're gonna work every day towards something that's in many minds impossible to achieve. So it's been a fun ride doing it with him, and we're gonna enjoy this weekend, film a lot this weekend, and
It's gonna be cool. You know, I think this show gonna be something different for you.
I hope so.
I think so because you have achieved something. You gotta be proud of yourselves because if you think where you were like 4 months ago, your injury, where you are now, and the physique you
4
have.
months ago, I was in the
Yeah.
hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I was straight out of
have
the
to
hospital.
be proud.
Yeah.
And to compete now, that's like insane for like a normal guy to think about that. That's insane, and what you achieved in that short range of time. And if you talk to other athletes, they would. I think they would like take 1 year off to heal, and they wouldn't dare to push. They would be scared that they don't break again or tear again. And
Fear ruins everything.
fear.
It does.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, fear is always there. It's a constant, and if you can learn to deal with it in all aspects of life, you have achieved something that a man should achieve. Should be something all men, at some point should handle their fear, because with life experience and all that we've been through, it is not a lot that scares me anymore, and I approach adversity through the same way of thinking. So when something happens, I think it happens for a reason, and I'm willing to bet that I'm gonna learn from it and build from it. So my experience with him and all the things we did with YouTube, like I said, even though it didn't blow up, it was very, very cool. So thank you for everything, and we're gonna have fun and eat a lot before this one stops.
And I started today.
Yeah.
small. With some
I was
cookies.
nice to him. I was
He
nice.
gave me some
Yeah.
cookies and some what was it? Donuts
Yeah,
and
Snicker
chocolate,
bars, yeah.
Snicker bar. To blow up now
Yeah.
before the last picture. And man, did I blew up? My veins were popping. Also, my stomach was popping because I'm not used to that processed food and the chocolate. So I was like feeling so blowed up. Or not much, but I could probably eat like 10 of those donuts in my head or my cravings.
Yeah, but it's something to learn from. I learned from it too, because I saw this morning. I saw you after 1 meal. I saw you after 2 meal. Saw you after training, and I saw you after shit loading, and in the
That
sun,
was
yeah,
that was
everything.
real shit
So,
loading.
it is experience, and it's experience for me because it's fun to have all the experience. So
And you know how much you can push it. You can see what does one donut or two do,
Yeah.
or one muffin, or how much to keep it like balanced before.
because there's the limit to how much clean food you can eat.
Yeah.
Because now I've eaten, like I said, 1 kilo of meat and 500 grams from rice, and probably around a kilo of vegetables on top of that. Now my posing is a little bit off because I pulled so much water, just because of all the energy the digestive system needs to process that food. If I can eat the same amount of calories in a different volume, it will create something else because it digests in a different way. So a lot of things we'll learn today, and it was cool. So we definitely gonna do more videos together, that's for sure. But until then, remember to like, subscribe, and see you next time, guys.